Welcome to Atlantean Astrology. Here we dive beyond the ordinary and unveil the secrets that lie within the cosmos. This channel is a portal to the unknown, where ancient wisdom meets modern understanding to guide you on a journey through the stars and beyond. Join us as we open the mind's eye to the infinite, exploring the mysteries of the universe and the eternal truths that shape our lives. Embrace the adventure, unlock hidden knowledge, and discover what the universe has waiting for you. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, the human soul wanders, seeking, longing, reaching for a truth it cannot fully remember. From the moment of its birth into this world of form and shadow, it feels an ache, a restlessness that no earthly pleasure or accomplishment can fully soothe. This ache is a hidden memory, a faint echo of a reality beyond the senses, a reality it once knew and has since forgotten. In this endless search for meaning, humanity embarks on countless journeys, hoping that with each step, each achievement, each love, the emptiness within will finally be filled. Yet in the Gospel of Truth we find that this search is not a quest for something external, but a journey back to the soul's own divine origin. It is as though we are exiles, wandering through a foreign land, yearning for a home we can no longer recall. Ignorance has cast a veil over the soul, obscuring the truth of its origin, and in this ignorance we build our lives on fragments, chasing reflections that promise fulfillment but vanish as soon as we reach them. The pleasures, the goals, the relationships, all the things we invest with such meaning are but fleeting shadows in the light of eternity. Imagine then the human soul as a traveler who has lost its way in a dense, endless forest. With each turn it thinks it has found the path home, but each path leads only deeper into the trees. Exhausted yet driven by an insatiable longing, the soul presses on, hoping that somewhere just over the next rise, it will find what it seeks. This is the search for meaning that defines the human condition, a search born from ignorance of the soul's true nature and destiny. In its ignorance, the soul seeks fulfillment in things outside itself. It attaches itself to wealth, hoping that material security will bring peace. It pursues power, believing that control over others will fill the emptiness within. It clings to relationships, hoping that love from another will make it whole. Yet each of these pursuits, as the Gospel of Truth tells us, is rooted in illusion. They are mirages in the desert of ignorance, promises that can never satisfy the soul's true hunger. The Gospel of Truth teaches that the source of this suffering is the soul's failure to recognize its own divine origin. Having forgotten where it came from, it seeks in the external world a reflection of the unity it once knew. This search is not wrong, but it is misplaced. The peace, the fulfillment, the wholeness the soul desires cannot be found in the transient things of this world. They exist only in the divine, the source from which the soul itself arose. In this way, humanity becomes trapped in an endless cycle of seeking and suffering. Each desire, each goal, each attachment binds the soul more tightly to the world of form, deepening its sense of separation from the divine. And with each disappointment, each loss, the soul's longing grows sharper, its sense of exile more acute. This is the suffering of the soul in ignorance, a suffering that no earthly thing can relieve, for it is the result of a disconnection from the infinite, a wound that only the divine can heal. Yet the gospel of truth does not leave the soul in this state of endless searching. It offers a path, a way back to the truth that lies beyond the illusions of the material world. This path is gnosis, direct knowledge of the divine. It is not a knowledge of the mind, but a knowledge of the heart, an inner awakening that reveals the soul's true nature and its eternal connection to the divine source. Through gnosis, the soul comes to see that the meaning it has been seeking cannot be found outside itself, for it is already within, waiting to be remembered. To understand this gnosis is to imagine a sunrise breaking over the forest where the soul has wandered for so long. In the light of this dawn, the illusions of the world fade, and the soul sees clearly for the first time. It remembers its origin, its true home, and it realizes that it was never truly lost. The forest, the maze of desires, the endless search for meaning, all of it was but a shadow cast by ignorance. In the light of gnosis, the soul awakens to its own divine nature, finding within itself the peace and fulfillment it had sought in the world. This gnosis does not mean withdrawing from the world, but seeing through it, understanding its true nature as a reflection of the divine. The gospel of truth teaches that when the soul attains gnosis, it no longer clings to the things of the world, for it knows that they are not the source of its happiness. It is free to engage with the world without attachment, to experience life's joys and sorrows without being bound by them. For in gnosis, the soul is anchored in the divine, a still point of peace amidst the shifting currents of time and change. Jesus, in the gospel of truth, is not a figure who offers salvation through sacrifice or law, but a revealer of this gnosis, a guide who leads the soul back to itself. He comes to awaken humanity from the dream of separation, to remind us of the divine light within. Through his teachings, he shows us the way out of the maze of desires, the path that leads beyond the shadows to the source of all light. He is the Word, the bridge between the finite and the infinite, calling each soul to remember, to return, to awaken. In this narrative, Jesus' role is not to impose meaning from outside, but to reveal the truth that already resides within each soul. He does not bring new knowledge, but a remembrance, a reawakening to the divine presence that has been with us all along. His message is simple yet profound. The meaning we seek is not in the world, but within our own hearts, for we are expressions of the divine, and the divine is the source of all meaning. Imagine, then, the soul standing in the light of this realization, looking back on its long journey through the forest of illusions. It sees now that each desire, each attachment, each suffering was a signpost, pointing it back to itself, to the truth that lies beyond the world of form. The soul, once a traveler lost in search of meaning, is now a beacon of light, a messenger of truth, free from the chains of attachment and fear. This is the vision of the gospel of truth, a life lived in the fullness of divine knowledge, free from the endless search for meaning in the world of illusions. It is a call to each soul to awaken, to see through the shadows, and to remember its own divine origin. For in this remembrance we find the peace, the fulfillment, the wholeness we have sought for so long. We return to the source, not as exiles, but as children of the light, heirs to the infinite love and wisdom of the divine. The journey from ignorance to gnosis, from shadow to light, is the soul's highest calling. It is a journey that leads not outward but inward to the very heart of the divine. And as we awaken to this truth, we realize that we are not separate, not alone, but eternally one with the source of all things. This is the ultimate meaning, the answer to the soul's endless search. It is the knowledge that we are and have always been expressions of the divine, radiant and whole. The gospel of truth invites us to take this journey, to move beyond the illusions of the world and find the truth within. It is a call to remember who we are, to awaken to the light within, and to live in the fullness of divine knowledge. In this journey, we find not only ourselves, but the boundless love and peace of the divine, a peace that ends the search and fulfills the soul's deepest longing. This is the truth that the gospel of truth offers, that the meaning we seek is not out there but within us, waiting to be found, waiting to be remembered.